What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. I got my man Clayton Clayton and my man Tunkenhead gonna help me out. We got another good one, man. We're gonna get into some girls college basketball, but I wanted to start out with Black people hating on Caitlin Clark. Do y'all think like she getting some hate from the community? Now, a couple weeks ago, Cheryl Swoops, she has said some things, and then people took it as her being, like racist as far as like what Caitlin Clark was considered. But to me, what Cheryl said really wasn't. I ain't take it as being racist. I just thought that she was being honest about where she thought Caitlin Clark, like where her role was going to be at the next level, like how her game would translate. She is used to at Iowa. She used to getting a certain amount of shots. So, but when you go to you get to the WNBA, you're not gonna have as many opportunities because of what I mean. You're like you just not gonna be able to shoot the ball 20 times a game, 25 times a game at that level with those. You got other ball players, and you won't be the primary go-to person at that level. And so that was, to me, that was the gist of it.
Well, one thing too, though, this year they did talk about the amount of shots Caitlin putting up. Like, a lot. It's not too many instances you're gonna see any player having a green light to that extreme.
Right.
I will give that, but I'm gonna say this: a lot of times, the media, so I don't think Cheryl Swoops is being hateful or demonstrating any kind of hate on her. The media wants to propel certain things. And it can be a disrespect to those that's on that next level because now you're talking like there's no orientation period. You're just going to walk in and you're going to dominate. And, other players that went through that, they had to go through a gauntlet or they had to grow and stuff like that. It's like it's not honoring how difficult their road was.
Yeah.
And sometimes they can take exception to that. That's right. So I don't think she's taking exception to Caitlin. I think any remarks being made against her is actually taking exception to the media and the hype and how they trying to propel this young lady and put her on a level already. Crowning her.
Right.
Yeah.
She's definitely been crowned as the next one. She's definitely been crowned without even playing a minute in the WNBA. And I think it has a lot to do with because she has a following. I think
a huge following.
Yeah, she has a huge following. I think what the WNBA is looking for that next superstar, so to speak, that they could try to uplift the league. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of like putting it on her to be that face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying of the WNBA, and I know they're sitting back, crossing their fingers, and hope her game and her popularity. Along with winning, they hope that it all translates. Yeah, they hope that it all translates like that.
Yeah.
Mike, he made a good point. A few days ago, I seen him make a point about them trying to bury magic this thing with Angel Reese,
and
Caitlin, and I can absolutely see the league, sponsorship, corporations trying to
jump on
shape that narrative.
Right. Yeah. And I think even when you think about Angel Reese, like some of those girls who Angel Reese gonna have to see at the next level, you know what I mean? They not no slouches.
They're not slouches.
You know what I mean? They got some like the girl who is in who played with the Aces. What's her in the Los Angeles? What's her name? Asia Wilson. Oh man, she tough.
I heard that name.
And so you just so if the league try to crown Reese, you know what I mean, as the next coming, Asia Wilson gonna have something to say about that. So that's all. What I think about the situation.
She plays on the team that's in Las Vegas.
Yeah, the Las Vegas, the Aces, and they.
Did
they?
She might. I think she might have been MVP last season. And
they
won the championship. I think.
Oh,
they won the championship. Yeah.
She came. And
she
is a product of Dawn Staley.
And LSU, South Carolina got like a good rivalry going too.
Yes. Yeah. Right now it seems like they seem to be the two schools. I mean, there are a lot of good schools in girls basketball right now, but the two it schools, the main schools right now for the past, we could say 2 years, have 2 or so years, but I say more for South Carolina. Since Dawn has been there, they have been in the spotlight. But yeah, I feel like LSU and South Carolina.
I like both of those coaches though, man. I like Don Stanley and Kim Mulkey. Yeah, I like both of them.
She really is.
What I'm talking
So the
She had
last
some
2
lime
years,
green pants on yesterday, red bottom with the fly.
both of them won championships, right?
Yeah,
The last couple years,
Well,
this gonna be a good one.
I'm just saying, South Carolina going down today.
Whoa. Yeah.
South Carolina is going down today.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie,
Yeah.
Angel Reese. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Listen, I do not doubt Angel Reese. Angel Reese is a different.
Yeah, I definitely gotta check that out. Yeah.
But Dawn Staley just have too many people that's deep in every position.
Okay.
Angel Reese is Angel Reese.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong, it's great talent all around Angel Reese. Flau'jae's amazing. They got a Morrow, their other post player. Oh my God, I love her. Every boy hers. But South Carolina got too many.
They tough. Both of them teams is tough. And the thing about those teams, they play like, remember how it's like when you like Duke and North Carolina, by the time they got to like all their seniors, and you know, you had Mike Krzyzewski seniors going against Dean Smith seniors, and you just knew that like everybody was just fine tuned, and you knew you was gonna see a good basketball game. And that's how it is with LSU and South Carolina. Like both of those teams are a reflection of their coaches. You know what I mean? Like Kim Mulkey is fiery and aggressive. And that's how her team is. And then you got Dawn Stanley, her team, they fiery, aggressive, and they play smart. They play like a unit. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy for real.
That shot that Cardosa hit yesterday, that 3.
I didn't see that.
I just saw the highlight.
Well, you did show me the highlight,
First 3 of her career.
She
hit it at the right time.
How about that? How about that? Couldn't ask for a better time.
Well, South Carolina, they gonna need it not to come down to the final second today. That's all.
Listen, we just gonna keep this clip on standby next week. That's
keep
all.
it and run it back. But back to this Caitlin thing, right? Can you guys tell me why? So I found out, I saw a few days ago that the young lady Pearl Moore, she holds the NCAA record for scoring. And but I think the NCAA was informed that it was the AI.
What?
I forget.
NAIA.
Yeah, but she's a Hall of Fame, a Naismith Hall of Fame player and everything. Yeah. She scored for over 4,000.
I saw that too.
I saw that as well.
And Caitlin. And I just don't understand why what she did is not even being mentioned. They hailing Caitlin, the scoring leader. Like why is it the league? Like why? Because the school she played for, what was it, Francis Mariam or something? That was D1, right?
Yeah.
So why isn't that being mentioned at all? Like I'm
not sure.
Yeah, I don't know either. And see that's why I was saying like if you bring something up like that, and then they'll be like, well, all right, you hating, but I just think like if Caitlin legitimately win these honors and these awards and stuff like that, then give it to her. But don't, and like you said, Tunk, like when you comparing Caitlin to Pistol Pete, that's apples and oranges. You know what I mean? So it make it look to people like you reaching when you do stuff like that. You know, like if she played in the same league and had the same rules and everything like at those people, then that can be one thing. But if she not, then you know what I mean, don't reach like that. Like they making up stats.
Right. Well, to play devil's advocate a little bit, does the rules really impact you putting that ball in that hole? Like she putting that ball in that hole? Like
to some degree.
Yeah, to some degree.
To some degree.
Yeah.
Because if like Mike speaking on Marvich, if he didn't have a 3-point line, but just say if he did.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. And there's no doubt that she can play.
Was he shooting
Oh yeah.
See, this is the thing.
Yeah,
Was
he had that
shooting
green
Yeah.
light. He
range?
had
Oh
that
yeah.
green light.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because I know he was a bad boy.
Oh no,
Yeah,
he was shooting. Yeah, he
Now,
was
I
out
don't mean,
there.
I don't mean shot attempts. I mean that range. Was
Right.
he taking
I
those
know what you're
Oh,
saying.
oh yeah.
No,
I don't
no.
know about that range.
Yeah, he
either.
was.
He was putting it up like that from
Pop
back
tell
there.
me all the time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bombs. Yeah.
Because he had handles and he got to the
Right.
basket. Like, he
Right,
would come
right.
down,
Right.
You know,
right.
so I'm just curious,
Bombs,
was he
yeah.
shooting from back there?
yeah.
Right.
I don't know like what distance he was doing, but I know he had that green light.
That's
Just like
right.
and what Caitlin got, she got that green light.
Oh, and
You
it's
know what I
flash,
mean?
It's
man.
ridiculous.
It's like a neon
Yeah,
green. This
yeah.
thing flashing, man.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a record too. Her shot attempts this year.
yeah.
Gotta be.
Well, to
Gotta
be
be.
honest though, her shot attempts. All right, so she averaged like 18 shots a game.
That's
Or the
all?
17? Yeah. It's
See, I'm about
not.
to
It's
say,
not like what
that's
people.
not
Yeah.
a,
That's
that's
not a
you
lot.
Not a
wouldn't
lot
think,
what people-
right, that's
yeah,
not a
yeah.
lot. That's not what you would think.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And the girl who had the record that she supposedly beat, hers is 17 and the girls is 18. So hers is actually a little bit less than, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so
And they play 4 quarters. It's still 40 minutes, but they play 4 quarters. And
yeah,
if you break it down, 18 shots a game, 4 quarters, that's not even
yeah.
5
not
shots a
right.
quarter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
So I don't know. But as long as the records are legit, then I think, you know what I mean? You don't have to rewrite history. And that's all people want. You know what I mean? Like it's not hating if and I think what Cheryl Swoops said, like you're not gonna have that many shot attempts at the next level. You just not. Not you know what I mean? I don't know. If like she goes somewhere where their team is just
So
sorry.
the number 1 pick, the team with the number 1 pick, they already claiming her, right?
Well, the
Yeah,
Indiana
pretty
Fever,
much.
Right. Well, who's on that squad?
they got that. They got the girl. She a low post player. What's her name? The girl for the Fever with the long braids. She nice. She is nice. The Indiana Fever, I think they do have a solid team.
and they had the 1 pick.
They got the number 1 pick. Yeah.
She gonna have to feed that girl in the post.
Yeah, she gonna have to feed her. Yeah, you just not gonna go in there. That's what I'm saying.
Or
What?
it depends on.
Boston, yeah. Yeah, she was nice.
I mean,
She was-
Hey,
Did Boston come out after
that's-
Asia?
that's what it is.
She came out after Asia, yeah.
Yeah.
This will be her second year. Yeah.
Wilson, but like her 4th or 5th year.
Yeah.
Get another South Carolina Clayton, just to let
Yeah,
you know.
the point I was gonna make was though you saying you gotta feed her or whatever because she probably the better player or whatever has been in WNBA, but you bring her with her fan base and her fanfare and
Yeah.
her hype, they might turn her like, "Are you the number 1 option now?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You the one number 1
Because
option.
it's the business on that next
Right,
Yeah.
that's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. So that's gonna get people to come see her. They're not
Yeah.
really coming to see the sister.
You know what
You know
people
what I'm saying? It's there
underestimate
already.
too a lot? They underestimate how influential corporate interest is
Oh yeah.
when
Yeah.
the outcomes of these games, the narratives being written, who's getting shots, who's
Yeah.
doing what. Caitlin got that juice right now, man.
Yeah.
She in bed with some heavy hitters.
No question.
Yeah,
They was just
yeah.
talking about that. Now she
Yeah.
she making all that bread. Now
And the
Right,
national
the
spot.
NFL,
yeah.
But does that make your team you coming into resent you? You know,
Well-
you have to ingratiate yourself
you
to
do.
the players you playing
You
with too.
I think it won't be a problem if all that.
If she delivered.
That's what I'm about to say. All that turns into wins for the team and things like that. I don't think the players there,
Well,
but it had to show. It had to show.
well,
you know.
would it have to show immediately? Because remember, like, all right, when Mike came to the league and they had, you know what I mean? Like when Mike first got to Chicago and they had all those other dudes in there, Orlando Woolridge and all those
Reggie
other
Theus and
dudes
them,
and
yeah,
Theus and all those
yeah.
guys, it was kind of known though that Mike was going to be, you know what I mean? Mike was
For
going to
sure.
be.
For
So
sure.
if the league backing you, I think if you're not going to be, you know, if you're not going to go with the program, I think they'll probably get you out of there.
But
I think so.
He did a good job ingratiating himself. He didn't come in like that, even though that was understood.
Yeah.
He was like, "Well, I'm just rookie. I got to work my way up.
Yeah.
You know? So
remember,
Caitlin got to come in with that, right? And she seems like she got the great attitude.
Yeah. You don't think
You don't think so?
I think Caitlin is kind of her and the girl Angel Reese. They kind of
they got the dope though. That was great.
Which is what though? What is it?
Well,
remember when
I remember that.
They got swagger though, but do they have that against like people that are not on their team though? Like her, I think the girls at LSU dig Angel, and I think the girls at Iowa dig Caitlin. So so if she ingratiate herself to her teammates and stuff like that, then I think she I
don't think it'll be any way different than that. I don't think she'll come in there saying,
this my team
right.
now.
Yeah, I don't think she'll come in there like that.
And I hope neither one of them do that.
A player show. Like that, I think the people that are there may perceive it as that.
Yeah.
So they might already have a chip on their shoulder, like, oh, what she thinks she ready to come in and change something?
She's gonna come in and
Well,
save us.
Yeah. It could be that. Hopefully not.
No, it's human nature. It's without a shadow of doubt, she's gonna deal with something.
Yeah, I feel like it might be a little.
Yeah, because
people might feel like they have something to prove.
Mike did it too. Mike did it. You know what I mean? He ingratiated, but Mike also turned into an asshole too, though.
True.
Like I said, I'm trying to win. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care how you feel about it.
And Kobe, I guess all great ball players.
Yeah, he was that.
You know what I mean? Kobe turned into one. So if she got the league behind her and then she started winning, then
Yeah. But I'm gonna say this to answer the question: are blacks hating on her? I think both things are happening.
Yeah.
I think some aren't, and I think some are. It's human nature in a sense. Like,
I think if black people are hating on Caitlin, it's not from like a racial thing. I think like people feel like they entitled.
It is a racial thing.
The media do.
They're gonna play it up.
They're gonna play it up because just like how she's been in the spotlight, all this, she's breaking these records, she's doing this. In my opinion, from my perspective, if this was Angel Reese breaking these records, I don't feel like these would be as many headlines. It would be expected.
Yeah.
It's Angel Reese. She a little black.
I
don't feel like it would be blown up. Oh my God, she's changing the game.
I never
never seen nothing like her before.
I don't think
it would be that if it was Angel Reese.
I don't know about that. You know why? Because blacks dominate sports, and there's many records.
And that's what she's making. That's the point she's making, though.
So it would be expected.
No. I don't feel like it will be boosted as much as it is. I'll push back on that because when you get a unicorn that come through, regardless, when you start talking about breaking records and stuff, you standing out amongst the crowd. You in a league of your own. That gets hyped. When Tyson started boxing, the way he was knocking people out early, it was hype. When Tiger Woods came into golf and started doing what he was doing, it was hype. When certain people come along and they just push the envelope like that, black or white, corporations see as money in that.
Definitely.
I'm gonna get behind that, and we're gonna hype the shit out of this.
Yeah.
We're gonna ride the wave. LeBron James was hyped. He coming to the league, the chosen one. That stuff gets hyped.
But what about like when Larry Bird? Because some people did think that Larry Bird got a little bit too much hype because he was a white guy.
He was white.
And then on top of that, because I remember Isaiah Thomas got caught on tape saying that if Larry Bird was a black guy, he'd just been ordinary.
Rodman said it, and he co-signed.
Not Rodman. I'm talking about what's the guy? Isaiah.
But Isaiah co-signed. I
all
remember
right.
He was black. He was
right.
But do y'all think that statement was true though? I don't think it was. I think Larry was a bad dude.
At that time, I did because I
had
bias.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
You're absolutely right.
You're absolutely right.
Right. No, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying what's going on with Caitlin. It is some hate and it is some people that's not.
Yeah.
Because we have bias.
Yeah.
When Eminem came on the scene and rapping, I liked that little hi, my name is shit. I liked it. I thought it was cool with that. But then when they started saying he the best lyricist and all this, my bias wouldn't allow me to acknowledge this shit. I started hating on him.
Yeah.
So what you think now? Do you think he is or no?
Oh, he's definitely one of the top lyricists ever.
Yeah.
The way he can play, he is one of them. I'm not saying he's the best, but see, that's your bias. You see,
all right.
When black people do something good, we've been in a position We always had to be extraordinary just to be considered on that level. And when we dominate something like that, we can't stand it when somebody white come along, because now we know that person want to get extreme adulation. Yeah. Like, you know, over like Elvis is the greatest over Michael Jackson and shit. So we take offense to that. So part of our condition, we do start hating a little bit because it's not that person. Like M didn't make itself big. Now Caitlyn, she ain't
crown herself.
She's not crowning herself. She's not coming out. Even when Angel recently had that beat, she acknowledged, nah, that's good stuff. Like that's, I remember. She's a very humble spirit. So she's not crowning herself. The media is. Right. And that shit agitates the fuck out of black people. No disrespect. You know what I mean? That's just our condition. So it's both to me. Like, he's getting some hate.
Because I used to feel the same way about Larry Bird. I was like, you know, but then you looking back at what Larry Bird did, you was like, you can't respect the game of basketball without acknowledging what Larry Bird really did. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Simple as that. He can play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Simple as that.
So Caitlyn can shoot. She can play. I'm still perplexed why this chick Pearl Moore is not being talked about.
But you know what? But in a sense. In a sense,
but even
no, you good.
But even
so they well aware of this Pearl Moore. The people who the historians, the people who do the sex, they are well aware.
What about
but they can fluff it. They can fluff it. They can push Caitlyn Clark on us. Oh, she's breaking the record. Yes. They can push that because they can sweep Pearl Moore under the rug.
Talk to me about this though. What about the Cheryl Swoops of the world? What about your girl that coached South Carolina? These people know, but they are also giving Caitlyn this praise. She's the record holder.
I'm not taking away from her talent.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, where are these black people? Why are they not bringing up Pearl Moore? Like they're crowning Caitlyn too. Right. She broke the record. The Cheryl Swoops of the world. Now, even though she said on the next level, she may not get the same shot attempt, but you guys aren't coming out your mouth acknowledging this black girl from South Carolina.
Because who's to say they know?
Got the right. I know they know.
You know what?
No,
you know what?
I wouldn't know they know.
No, that's a good point you make. Most times we talk about what we've seen, what we've experienced. Like if we haven't seen it, you know what I'm saying? We kind of dismiss it. Almost not the, you know what I mean, but almost like you said about Wilt. You know what I'm saying? People say it about Jim Brown. People said about, you know what I mean, Hank Aaron or Willie Mays, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, that was back in the old days, whatever. So if you don't really experience it or get to witness it yourself, you tend to diminish it. Or you know what I'm saying? Or like it don't mean as much. And like you just said, a lot of people might not even know that part of women's basketball to even speak on it. And my point was, if this with the sister that had the record before, if this would take her, you know, coming to the limelight, this girl from Iowa, you know me doing, if this what it takes to bring her up, cool, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? If it takes her to do these monumental feats to bring her up, cool, but bring her up though. You know what I'm saying? Don't just wash it away like it never happened.
Yeah, because I mean, for a long time we wasn't even speaking about Pete Maravich until you know what I mean.
See, and that's how things get. You don't even speak about it until somebody come by, break the record.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Then you're like, well, who had the record? Pete Maravich had it. Oh wow, you know what I'm saying? Who had the record? You know.
But then, all right, so the young ladies or the women who playing professional basketball now, they not even thinking about they not thinking about the Pete Maravich record. They're not thinking about like the young lady who had the record at first. So, but what Caitlyn gonna have to do is she gonna have to show and prove, or these girls, they're not gonna bite their tongue about that. You know what I mean? Like if she not showing and proving that she worthy of all these accolades that she getting, then they go and see now with social media now, people not, you know, it's a whole different animal now. You know, like NBC, ABC, and CB, all them, they could shape a narrative back in the day.
Definitely.
But now, when everybody got their own podcast, you know, you can't. It's gonna be a lot harder.
I feel like the narrative is shaped more now than ever.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Why is it shaped more now?
Yeah.
Because we do have access to more information, but they still monitor what they putting out.
Yeah, that's true.
So they still like your algorithm. Y'all know what an algorithm
Yes,
is? Your algorithm
right.
is based upon what you already search, or
What you search,
maybe what people around you are searching. So it's more than ever. They controlling. Oh, we know Clayton he be on Facebook around 2:00 every day, and I know that when he's out with his friends, they talk sports. So now a Facebook sports ad will pop up every time.
It's always gonna pop me out.
We are conditioned like technology all around us. Believe it or not, it's listening, it's picking up all our patterns. So more than ever, the narrative is controlled.
One thing that will never change though is
That
information. Information also has a way of, and that's we are before like all this information age. Information still travels underground too. You know what I mean? So like we are going to know if those young ladies on her team. It might take a while for us to get that information, but we're gonna already feel it, and then we're gonna know that, you know what I mean, like she not really worthy of all the accolades that she getting, even though they might be checking it on the algorithm and stuff like that.
And another aspect, you're right about the algorithm, it's control. But see, the entity, in my opinion, that controls everything needs the yin and yang, needs both sides. So you always need controversy. You always need something to push back on the narrative. So they'll let that stuff live as well. So that's why a lot of times we can get the truth if we just sit back and watch folks debate.
And one thing I was about to say, not to cut you off, but a lot of different people have platforms now, where before it wasn't. You was only getting one mainstream. That's what you was getting. Now a lot of people have different platforms. A lot of people have, you know what I mean, podcasts and things like that. So they're able to get their opinions out, you know what I'm saying? And that touching people and people listening.
But the platforms are still controlled.
Yes, they are.
So it's still what they want you to know. You still don't know what they don't want you to know.
Well, I know about this chick Pearl Moore.
Right. But I mean, that's not.
How did that come out? But I didn't know nothing about it. It came across my house.
I see what you're saying. You ain't know nothing about it until this came up.
Yeah. But all right, so can you look at it like this though? Even if you don't know about Pearl Moore and they pushing a narrative about this young lady that's not accurate, you still will feel that she not worthy of all the accolades and everything that she get. You know what I mean? That's just like for instance, if a bird is born in a cage and a bird never flew before, he know that being in that cage is wrong. He never been outside that cage, but he understand and know that is wrong. And so it'll be the same thing with like they pushing a narrative about her. You know, whether we know about these people who broke records and stuff, we'll know if she legit or not. So, you know, through her play on the court, and we'll know through the murmurings and stuff that we'll get from people who actually have access to her or people who have seen her on the court.
When you say whether she legit or not, what do you mean by that?
I mean, like if she's worthy of all the accolades and all of the because time will tell, just like it did with Larry Bird. Like Larry Bird, like as much as we wanted to deny he was bad, you know, if you as you grow and you mature and you see this guy play, you be like, oh, all right, and you appreciate basketball, you be like, yeah, Larry Bird was legit.
So you saying right now there's a narrative out there crowning her?
No,
something like on the next level.
Oh, you saying on the next level?
Like, because like to me, in college basketball at this state, what comes with her, the accolades, I think she earned that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like at the next level, she'll have to show and prove.
I think she tell us. I watched her play, you know, numerous times this season. I think she is definitely she is fun to watch. Yeah. And her shooting, like seriously, like she kind of changing shooting like Steph Curry did. Yeah. But for women, like I respect it. My point is just that when the media find that unicorn, that's someone who they like, they just harp on it.
Yes.
She is awesome.
But are they already saying she the next one on the next level?
I don't know if they saying that she the next.
I think they're hoping she is.
They're just creating that competition, so that people can be like, what's it gonna be when she get there? You know,
I think that's more than anything, just to drum up some interest in the WNBA. Right.
And if they want her to be the one, she will. And who
Ain't
they
no question
is,
about.
Yeah.
Ain't no question about.
Can't say, but if they want her to be the one, she will be.
Now, how do y'all think she'll do on next level?
I think she's gonna be. Yeah, it's hard for me to say how she's gonna, because it's some bad girls on that next level, you know. And why hasn't any of those young ladies who've been on the next level been able to break through and get the kind of recognition that this girl's getting?
It's different in the WNBA because sometimes your favorite women's college players get drafted and don't never see the court.
Yeah.
See, I was about to say that.
Yeah,
it all depends on who drafts her and what kind of green light she has.
Yeah.
And that's,
you know what I'm saying?
That's
what type of
also
system
scary
she's in.
for the people who are also going in the draft after her. Because like last year, when Aaliyah Boston went, she went number 1. And there was some great ball players that went behind her. Alexis Morris, who all played for LSU.
And they not even in the league.
Not even in the league. You get what I'm saying? They bounced
Yeah.
around. Yeah, it's different in the WNBA. It don't stick.
Wow.
Unless you like number 1 or you go to a team that really need you and you nice, it don't stick.
But I think, all right, so the comparison with her, I think a fair comparison to Caitlin Clark would be Steph Curry.
Yeah, that's what I think. I wasn't comparing her to
no, I mean, because they compare her to like Pistol Pete, but modern day, I think she like more like a Steph Curry.
Well, if it was more money in the WNBA, so if it was a big, big money maker, big viewership, I would guarantee Caitlin Clark would be that thing. But because it's not a lot of money in it,
yeah,
I don't know what lengths they'll go to try to make sure or ensure that she's that thing, because the WNBA ain't drawing that kind of
You know what?
interest.
You bring up a very, very interesting point, because I was listening to Dan Le Batard, and he said he wouldn't be surprised if the WNBA put a team in Iowa.
Yeah.
Like put an expansion team there or move a current team to Iowa.
We'll try to ride this wave.
Yeah.
Because she's from there.
Right.
She's from
right.
Have y'all ever seen those crowds? Have y'all ever seen those crowds in Iowa? They be waiting hours on hours to get it. Hell yeah. It'd be like a rock, like she like a rock star.
And that would be helpful expansion
I will
of
say,
the league.
and I will
it
say,
may be that may be
this is a prime opportunity for the WNBA right now.
Take advantage.
Take advantage of her weight.
They have to do it.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
so if she better for basketball for the overall picture, then you know what I mean, like, because if she can go help them expand to another market and get more money, then that's a whole different ball game you're talking about.
Like Tiger was for golf.
Right, yeah. Because then everybody around the league, they be like, well, it's the same thing with Magic and Bird. You know what I mean? Like the NBA before Magic and Bird came, and they pumped that rivalry up. So if she better for the game of basketball, then they gonna, she gonna get
They'll move mountains to try to they move mountains to try to make
the officiating will be skewed to her.
Right.
Certain things.
Well, we've seen it with Mike.
Right.
It will
you know what I mean?
So, yeah, God bless him.
Yeah.
God bless. And then the other players have to understand how they'll benefit.
Right.
That's right. Because it's a whole.
It's a whole.
You know what I'm saying? Right. You're right. We all win. Yeah, we all win.
Yeah, like Mike, like Tiger did for golf.
Tiger did for golf.
All them tournament purses just start going through the roof.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. And when he left, they really felt it. He almost welcomed their ass back. Scandal and all.
That's right. Hey, ain't none of my business.
That's right.
None of my business.
Yeah, I think unless she get a catastrophic injury or something like that, it's safe to say she is gonna be that thing.
And the way they move teams,
not talent wise, but just they're gonna make it.
And the way they move teams in the WNBA, it shouldn't be hard to do.
Right.
They always got a team moving from one city, or like you say, or just having an expansion.
They really do need to expand though, because what they got, like 12 teams. So they got 12 teams, and you got to figure you got all those women coming out.
Ain't nowhere for them to go.
How many jobs is that? How many girls on each team? Is it 15 on each team? Because like in the NBA, you have 450 jobs in the NBA, right? And then you talking about 180 jobs, and you got
that's not a lot.
That ain't a lot of jobs. 180
12 teams. Each team has the limit of signing 12 active players.
Oh, that's not even 108.
That's 144 roster spots.
144.
144. Wow. And basketball, women's basketball is an international game. So it's not like, you know what I mean? You got these young ladies.
Spots.
Let me ask y'all a question. Has it been a metric put out about viewership, college basketball viewership, women's college basketball since this girl started becoming a sensation? Has she increased the viewership in women college basketball?
I think it's single-handedly been her.
No, I think it's the rivalries.
Yeah, but I don't think it's
I think South Carolina.
South Carolina for sure.
LSU,
for these past few years,
Ohio
have been
State.
attention.
Well, all of those top schools got like large followings. Those games be really crowded.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this. I think since UConn and before UConn, Tennessee, since they're not dominating the college game anymore, I think people do take a little bit more interest in it. Yeah, you're not just saying UConn wins. Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. So that may have picked up.
But don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if this national championship come down to her and Reese, and she walk off with one.
You talking today, or you talking about at the end of the national? Oh,
yes, come down to her and Reese.
Come back to Iowa and LSU. Okay.
But the thing about Iowa, which I've heard, I haven't seen the whole game of it. They don't stop nobody. So right. They just like, we're gonna outscore you.
At some point, you know what I mean? They don't play defense. You need something to happen. At some point, when you need a phenomenon to happen, all that stuff go out the window. So I wouldn't be surprised because you need a narrative going into the WNBA. If they really gonna try to build their league around this chick, you need some kind of story. Yeah, that makes sense. I would not be surprised if it come down to the rematch.
Well, I think the story is already being written. I mean, the championship would be like maybe the cherry on top.
You need that narrative.
But her, you know, breaking these scoring records and things like that. I think that's a big enough story. You know what I mean? Or big enough.
She might get
it don't necessarily have to be the championship with it. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think she might get player of the year.
Yeah, it'll be easy just to give her that player of the year.
Yeah, give her player of the year. She got the record. Right.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a lot of good teams.
I understand.
That's
she gonna have to play out her mind.
That's what I'm about to say. That's what I'm about to say.
Average 80.
But I'm not.
She has to average 80.
But I'm not talking talent. I'm orchestrating things.
Yeah.
But things still got a lot of things still got to flow.
They got a line.
Yeah, right.
I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now, South Carolina they not gonna cooperate with that. LSU, Ohio State.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that.
Why? What you mean?
You cannot say that they not gonna cooperate.
Why you think they would though? What would be their benefit to cooperate?
Influence. Outside influence, encouraging them to cooperate.
But what would be their benefit? I can see somebody trying to lean on them to do it.
That's what I mean.
But why would they wilt under that? Why would they wilt under pressure for them to lose and let this girl
because
win?
They're part of an organization that's bigger than them. NCAA is an organization. This is best for us. So teams fall in line. You're a part of it.
You don't think Dawn Staley looking at it like, well, what's best for me and my program is for us to win?
I know she's been involved in basketball for long. She understands that it's an organization. See, these people understand something. It's much bigger. I get the
fall
in line sometimes when you ask to.
I get the point that you're making. Yeah. I just don't think it applies to this.
I got you. I think that's the next level.
I don't think it applies to this.
College basketball being out of
you got too many moving parts to be able to control that many.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, but there's too many moving parts.
Who does the officials work for? The NCAA.
So listen, it's $1 billion business.
Right? Yeah, they did.
Without it.
Okay. What?
No, I'm just saying it's $1 billion business without them having to orchestrate it. Like with they were already making money off of college players before, regardless. Like they don't have to orchestrate. In my opinion, they don't have to orchestrate it. Like in college, you can play. Like they.
The war chest already full, running over. Yeah, you know what I mean.
But you don't build $1 billion business by chance. Right.
Absolutely.
Right. So, and also you got to remember, there's always been point shaving scandals.
Yeah.
There've always been you take plays off. There's always been coaches that's gotten to
phantom injuries.
Why my star player? Why they ain't getting this many minutes? And I remember the Olympic Dream Team, and they brought the college kids in to play, and Chuck Daly threw the game on purpose.
What?
He threw the game because the college kids beat him the first time, but he realized if his team didn't have some kind of downfall, he wouldn't be able to coach them. So he threw the game. Mike Krzyzewski said it. Chuck Daly threw the game. The players didn't know, but the way he was subs his lineup, so it's all kinds of ways to control outcome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm piggyback what you say, right? Because this past football season, right? I don't mean to go off topic, Mike, but I'm just saying this past football season, but that Ravens game and that Kansas City game, right? When you got the number 1 ranked offense, not only for yards, but for
number 1 rushing team,
right, per attempts a game, and they only rush the ball. The running backs only rushed the ball, I think, 8 times the entire game. There's no way anybody could look at that and not think something is going on here, man.
I made a video weeks before that happened.
Okay.
Weeks before that happened. The NFL's bread gets buttered through viewership. More than the stadiums. Stadium got 70,000, 80,000 at best.
That's why them TV deals be crazy.
That's why the TV deal. But now you talk about hundreds of millions of eyes. They're always looking to try to get in new markets and everything. Abe was pushing. Taylor Swift brought a whole new set of eyes
different
to it.
Right. A whole different group
I'm gonna
of
say
people.
this. I know for a fact in NFL games, sporting events, outcomes are controlled. I know for a fact. Now, but I'm not gonna necessarily say because the Ravens didn't rush the ball is why I got orchestrated. But I definitely think the whole plan was for new viewership and to get a big, and Taylor Swift effect was the thing with that. But speaking of that though, the Ravens, a lot of people think they went away from the run, and this is what they won't speak on, and this is where I get frustrated with our fans. Lamar has the ability to check out of plays, and he's taught that if the line is stacked and they stack in the box, you audible to a pass play. That defensive coordinator was fooling them, making them check out of run plays. It wasn't just abandoning the run. They were checking out, and then they would drop back in coverage. So you got to give that coordinator a lot of credit. But to your point, it's no doubt in my mind that game didn't have some orchestration to it, but
just some head scratching.
Yeah,
you know
some
what I'm
head
saying?
scratching.
Some head scratching.
But I think, all right, like with the Lamar situation, because Peyton Manning used to do that too. Like the Ravens used to do a whole bunch on their defense, used to do like a whole bunch of moving around. Then Peyton Manning will go to the line and make it seem like he audibling out, and he might be ordering a pizza or something. And next thing you know, the Ravens say, all right, we got him to audible out.
But he's really not.
Right, he's not audible out. He's just going and somebody might move around or something like that.
Right.
It's the same play, but now we just going to run it to this side. You know what I mean? So that's like a back and forth type thing.
Yeah, like a chess match.
And Ray Lewis picked up on it. See, film study, Ray Lewis picked up on that.
Ed Reed too.
And Ed Reed them. So they started not showing their hand. Don't move, don't show your hand, and make him get, because the snap count, once he get low on the snap count, then he has no choice. He has to.
He gotta
go.
He
gotta go.
But definitely. But I'm gonna say Jerry Rice and
Tim
Brown.
Oh, Tim Brown.
They both been on record saying that their Super Bowl, the Gruden Bowl.
See,
he said their coach threw the game.
See?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He threw the game. So with that said, man, I just know that powers that be, money, things of this nature.
Always
trying to
have the last
expand your
say.
sport.
Always gonna have the last say.
It's always
gonna have the last say.
So,
that's for sure.
I'm just going on record, man. Angel Reese, Kaylin Clark, NCAA championship. the white Larry, the female Larry Bird walk off.
I would be surprised if they, but no, they could be on the same side. They could just meet up in the Final Four. But you know, I would be surprised if they in the same bracket. Yeah, where they got to meet up. You know what I mean? Like in the 216 or something like that. Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
It's all love. I'm the conspiracy theorist. That's what everybody tell me. Until afterwards stuff come out. They won't say you was right. They'll just, ignore it.
Yeah.
No, it's love.
Yeah. So who playing today? LSU is playing South Carolina, right?
Yeah, LSU plays South. It's a couple different all of the championship games of the day. But yeah, LSU plays South Carolina at 3:00. I think it's a game that comes on at 1, and then it's also one that comes on at 5.
I watch y'all daily, so when LSU lose, when y'all do y'all show, you can go ahead and call me out. I'm watching.
Yeah.
So
that's gonna be a tough game, though. I think Angel Reese gonna be ready to go.
So we
today.
got LSU playing South Carolina. Then we got USC playing Stanford.
Oh, okay.
And Georgetown and Creighton. It's a lot of games coming on. UConn play Marquette.
Creighton, they rank the men. You talking about the men?
No, this women. I'm talking about women. Iowa is actually playing Nebraska right now. They losing.
For that conference.
Yeah. The women, Iowa is down. It's 29-22 right now.
They just beat Maryland yesterday.
Nebraska, they did. Maryland beat Ohio State.
In the Big Ten now, right?
Yeah. And see, that's why I don't follow Maryland no more, man. They moved all the way over there to the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Maryland used to be legit.
Yeah, they did. Huh? Yeah.
No, ACC still around.
Yeah, they was. Yeah. That's what
Duke still in ACC, right?
Yeah, Duke, North Carolina. You got ain't Syracuse in the ACC now? Syracuse and Louisville.
ACC now. Louisville in the ACC now.
Man, I don't know, man.
It really ain't. It is, but it ain't like a Big East.
It's like a Big East.
It's still a Big East, but it ain't got that heavy. You got like the Big East might only be like 8 teams now. Like
Georgetown. Where Georgetown at then?
They still there.
Creighton.
Georgetown, Creighton,
Seton
St.
Hall.
John's, Seton Hall,
Yeah.
all the Catholic schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still like the Big East now.
But when we was coming up, we used to know all the teams in the Big East, ACC, you know what I mean? The SEC, all those teams, man. Now everybody all moving around because of the money and stuff like that. I was like, I got other things to do.
Passed away about 3 weeks ago.
Who?
Lefty Drizel.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that.
Yo, I thought Lefty Drizel was going to live forever, man.
Yeah, man.
That dude, he was Lefty Drizel. God damn.
They say, man, he got like 100 wins at like 4 different schools.
Yeah.
Lefty?
Yeah, they say he got like 100 wins at 4 different schools.
Lefty was
crazy.
Maryland did way dirty, though.
Yes.
Yeah. That's when I really stopped supporting Maryland.
Yes.
Dirty.
Yes.
That's when I stopped supporting Maryland, and then when Keith Booth and them went down there, I was Juan Dixon.
He out at College State, right? He not there no more, right?
Who?
Juan, he not.
No, he not. The coach. What, they wasn't winning?
No, they weren't winning at all, man. Yeah, that scandal, man. It wasn't. My uncle had mentioned. He said, dude told him about it.
Yeah.
But the dude was saying, like, man, it's gonna be headlines, but it didn't get to that point. But like Mikey said, you ain't winning. And then that scandal come up. Yeah.
But he wasn't part of the scandal though. He just overlooked it, right? Something happened.
I think he ain't like you say, he just brushed it. He just brushed it aside because it was his assistant, I think.
He did something where he wasn't supposed to. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, that's it, man. I just think that Caitlin Clark will be all right as long as she show improved, Jack. Then people won't have nothing to say about,
And like Clayton was saying though, I think she's going to be given every chance. You know what I mean? Where maybe others weren't given that chance. I think she's going to get every chance to, you know what I'm saying, to prove herself. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do. You know, before we leave though, a women's player that don't even get mentioned no more? Cheryl Miller.
Yeah.
Cheryl Miller don't even get mentioned no more. Right.
Cheryl Miller didn't even play in the WNBA at all.
It wasn't no WNBA. Yeah, it wasn't no WNBA.
Because I know my girl Cynthia Cooper, she was like on the tail end of her career. But she still had enough gas in the tank though to get them, you know what I mean? She got them 4.
They won 4 down there in Houston?
The Comets, yeah, they won 4.
Like in a row too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Her, Tina Thompson, and Cheryl Swoops.
Oh, my baby was. I fell in love with Mika.
Shamika Hosar, yeah, she was bad. Yeah.
She had that flair with her game.
Yeah,
she was nice.
Bad.
She was real nice.
Yeah.
And there was another one that played down Tennessee that was nice, man.
Candace played down there.
Candace, it was before Candace though.
McCray,
Nikki McCray. She passed away.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Nikki McCray passed away. Yep.
Who was the girl dunked? Candace dunked. Right?
Yeah, she dunked.
What about the other girl that got
Lisa
locked
Leslie?
up overseas? Yeah.
But she went to Baylor.
She's still in the league.
Yeah.
Well, how's she
at
doing,
Phoenix.
though?
She played under the LSU coach. She was our coach at Baylor.
Oh, Moki.
Yeah, that was her coach at Baylor.
Oh, Moki was at Baylor then?
Yeah, that was her coach. Yep.
She was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But to me, Candace Parker had the smoothest dunks though. And when she was at Tennessee, this one girl flashed to the wing, and Candace was on the baseline in the corner, and the girl just boom gave her a bounce pass. She held it over her head and just dunked it. In a college basketball game. That was the smoothest dunk right there. I still think they should lower the rim for women.
Not LSU, South Carolina. They guard Ashley something. She dunking.
She did.
Really?
She dunking.
Is she a guard?
I mean like fast break came down.
Wow.
They need to lower that rim. I'm telling you. But women.
What you think about that, Mike? What you think about
that?
Yeah, what you think? What's your take on that? What's your take on
it? I think
I'm telling you, when you bring that athleticism to the game, man, that's what people. Because I mean, other than that, you can just go to the Y. Watch a whole bunch of old men just pass and cut all day, pass, cut, and shoot.
Watching old men play not the same as watching women.
But even if they lower the rim and they can dunk, is that really going to be athleticism?
Yeah, because not only are you dunking, but then you got girls who can get their shot over top of other girls because of the rim is not as high. You know what I mean? That's just like the mid-range game. So if you get to your spot and you elevate, or if you get to a spot and you have a turnaround jumper, it's a lot different when a rim is in proportion to like what your physical capabilities are. So,
we was talking earlier about the best dunks in the playoff. I don't just want to see you dunk.
Right, yeah,
I
but
want to see flair with it.
Athleticism. That's what I'm saying. It'll add that athleticism to the game because there's some females out there that got straight up athleticism. Okay. But the higher the rim is, the less you need that.
I mean, yeah.
I think they changing the game just like with the rim. Where it is.
You waiting for evolution. Evolution take thousands of years. You know what I mean? And see, that's what Candace Parker said. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, she pushed back. She pushed back real hard again. Yeah.
And see, that's part of women's problems. Like women will get stuck in a mindset. And then
did you read Caitlin Clark, any of them dunking?
No.
Y'all watching college?
But
y'all are y'all watching women now?
But the storyline.
Look at us though. We are.
The views coming down.
All right, but let's see what I'm getting ready to say though. You talk to 3 men who are diehard basketball fans, and in order for basketball or any sport to expand, you need like the novice, like people who don't really pay any attention. You need for that sport to transcend. That's why tennis, like when you see Venus and Serena, anybody can watch Venus and Serena because they transcend the sport. Anybody can watch like Michael Jordan. Like you can watch Michael Jordan all over the world because he transcends that sport. You need an athlete like Tiger Woods who's going to transcend your sport.
Didn't y'all just call Caitlin Clark that?
Caitlin Clark don't transcend. She got a following.
Y'all just crowned her. Y'all just.
No, she has a following. Because even before Michael Jordan played a game in the NBA, he had a following. But then when he started winning and doing all that other stuff, and then they promoted that game internationally, he transcended the sport.
I think she does.
They have.
You think not her game per se? She's transcending this.
Yeah, I'm confused because she just said all that same stuff about her.
No, she's not. She's not reached to the level yet where she transcends the sport. Not Caitlin Clark. Not no female basketball player has reached that level.
So you think it's your game makes you transcend it, or the popularity?
I think the popularity, like it'll be both.
But because your game have to live up to the hype.
Right, and that's what I just said. You have to be.
You got to meet it. You know what I mean? You can be nice, but if you're not winning, that's not transcendent. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
like y'all ever heard of what's the girl that played golf? Her name was Michelle Weed.
Yeah.
Michelle Weed.
Yeah.
Or she was a very attractive golf player, but she didn't live up to that hype, and so she'd never reached that level. Then you had who else played who played a sport, and they like Andre Agassi. He had a lot of hype surrounding him, but his game did not.
Because he only won like 4 majors.
Right, yeah, his game ain't reached that level, so he never, you know what I mean? So as much as the United States wanted to pump up Andre Agassi, they couldn't get him to that level because his performance didn't match what the hype was.
What's that? Used to cook him too. Pete
Connor,
Sampras.
Yeah,
all of Sampras was real basic, real humble, real quiet.
Yeah,
he used to crush.
My cat was Yvonne Linden.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, you need somebody who will bring some eyes to a sport who people like boxing. I ain't never really liked boxing. You got like Mike Tyson, and then people want to know like who this dude knocking people out. You know what I mean? Knocking out grown men. He only 19 years old, knocking out grown men in less than a minute.
Then he had the flair with it. Too.
Yeah, he come in there with the towel.
Yeah, he's a straight warrior. What y'all think about this? Jake Paul and him getting in the ring.
I don't know. For some reason I don't take this dude Jake Paul serious.
Nah, 20.
Is he a real boxer though, Jake Paul?
Yeah, he's been in the ring.
He's been in the ring a couple times. I think if Tyson trained 2-3 months, man, and I think it's short work. I don't think it'll be like him and I think it's short work, man. He sure is.
Yeah, but he getting in the ring with this 20-something-year-old kid.
I think if you seen them videos of Mike training, man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The thing about
you see them hitting them bags,
and that's what I'm saying. Now Mike Tyson can't give you 5-6 rounds. You like. But he still hits hard.
Mike is a threat because
he still hits hard.
And Mike is wiser.
He is wise. He's a
senior
boxer.
Getting in no ring with no 57-year-old Mike because if he get tired, he know other tricks.
Yeah.
That feels crazy.
Yeah. And when you still can use the combination of footwork, head movement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Speed and power.
Yeah.
He still has that. Now he don't have it over 12 rounds or nothing like that, but he still have it. And he don't need it for 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying?
I'm probably like you. I don't necessarily know if I take this guy Jake Paul too serious.
Yeah, I know.
He's a character, you know, like
he
kind of bring that, like, you know, to
if you got your hands up and Mike hit your hand, he can knock you out.
I get up.
I don't trust nobody.
And I think this is gonna be different. See, when him and Roy Jones did it, it was more like an exhibition. They told Mike, like, look, man, I ain't trying to, hurt nobody. Let me try. And then it was a draw. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like an exhibition. Get in there, you know what I mean? Bump gloves.
That's
you know what I mean?
Mike just
like
some next level. That's just some next level shit.
And that's always in him. That's always in him, man.
That is his head movement.
Yeah,
man.
Right today. You know what I'm saying? Today.
Yeah. That's why I say certain things don't diminish with age.
Right.
Activity.
Right. He ain't as fast as he used to be. You know, but he still hits hard. Now if he say stand still and let me hit you.
Yeah.
He hasn't been fighting in years, but he's still watching.
And he trained.
Oh yeah,
right.
He trained other fighters.
He's still trained.
Yeah.
He coach other fighters too. He's such a
man. Yeah, I'm not fighting on Mike Tyson.
Yeah, no, so
I only care. Yeah, you're right. At 57, I'm still not doing it.
No.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So we will see if he transcend the sport, though. We will see.
You're gonna need. I think in order to transcend this, and see that's how Michael Jordan transcend basketball. Because if you look at the style of play like Boston and LA had that rip and run types, that fast break. People like that. That Lake Show when Magic was there. People like that. Larry Bird and them had that half court game. You know what I mean? They were smart. They were supposed to be cerebral and stuff like that. All right, so people like that. Then you get Mike, who jumping from all over the place, and he, you know what I mean? He got that flair when he go to the rim. He got, man, the tongue. I mean, people was like, they can identify with. They was like, yeah, this is more of a show right here. You'll hit Mike and Mike will bump. You know, man, it just was. he brought something to the game that Larry Bird and Magic ain't brings, and that's what just took it to a whole nother level.
Let me ask you this question: is Steph Curry, did he transcend the game?
I think he did. Well, I think because he is more identifiable too, because like Steph Curry, what 6'1", 6'2"?
Yeah, maybe 6'3".
He might be 6'3". Yeah. All right. So he's 6'3". So a lot more people can identify with him.
I think he's shooting. He raised the bar for shooting.
Okay. Oh, hell yeah!
Shooting,
I think he
but they
the
weren't stepping back before Steph Curry. You didn't have as many long range shooters.
Now that's where I was going. See, he transcended the game, but not necessarily
he benefited
in a way
from the rule
that's
change.
Good for the game.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He transcended the game, but not necessarily in a way that's good for the game.
And he also
good for the game for appearance. But it's good for the game as far as entertainment value and dollars.
I'm not even entertained by it. And I might be the minority. Right.
Yeah.
After you out in the rest was standing there with no whistle. You can players go down. A hand check. Whoa.
Yeah. But see, that's why I used to like Allen Iverson, because you could hand check him and they still going around you. He's still going, you know what I mean? That's like so if you put up so much resistance against them dudes, him and Isaiah, and they still going around you. Rod Strickland, even though you was allowed to hand check them dudes, you still could not stay in front of them.
Right.
That was just like when early in the season when I went to the coaches meeting and they said they took the 1-on-1 out the game of basketball. It's no more 1-on-1. You know, after 7 fouls.
Yeah. They don't got the 1-on-1 no more.
No. Now every quarter the fouls start over. And when you get the
on
5
what
fouls,
level? All levels of the game?
High school.
I think it's the same way in college too, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
But every quarter the fouls start over. When you get the 5 fouls, you shooting 2.
Wow. You give them more points.
They did it to discourage them from fouling at the end of the game. They don't want you fouling. You automatically shooting 2.
But that's right.
You're right.
That's part of the game. That's like stealing signs out of baseball. Like that's strategy.
But you know what?
That's crazy.
It's pushing people to shoot 3. Because they're driving to the basket. I might get the foul, but if I don't, I'm either gonna shoot the 2 for you. Get what I'm saying?
But see, that's like what you said though. Like today's NBA is not even like what we seen when we was growing up.
Right.
It's more of an international style of basketball.
That's right.
And then so Gilbert Arenas said that you have a bunch of dudes coming from overseas who are not as athletic. And they would like dudes been coming from overseas for a few years, but they didn't stick because they could not play the style of basketball.
That's right.
The basketball that we play. You know what I mean? Like they tried to pump that dude Ricky Rubio up, and like he gonna be the next. You know these guards. That dude couldn't mess with these guards. Ricky Rubio ain't enough for these guards over here.
He was able to stick. You had some people come over like, man, I can't.
Yeah.
Remember Darko? Remember Darko Milchek? He came in with LeBron and them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was out of the league.
And what was the old dude that played with Portland? He had to wait till
Sabonis.
He had to wait till he was like he had some years under his belt before he could get a shot. The NBA was mean. That was a mean league.
But see,
and they had to change that.
David Stern,
make it more internationally friendly. You know what I mean?
Right. That's right. That was part of that.
And so my point is, Steph Curry is the beneficiary of those that international type of play. Because imagine Steph Curry coming into the league in the 80s or the 90s when you can hand check, when you can
get hit
and you can hit somebody. Like Chuck, if you remember the dude, you don't remember Chuck Persons. That dude was bombing it from all over the court. You know what I mean?
Indiana,
with Indiana.
Rifleman.
Exactly. They used to call it a rifleman. Dudes have always been able to shoot from out there, but it just wasn't a part of the game.
World B free to shoot like that.
You
can shoot like that.
People have been able to shoot like that.
If you watch those guys in practice, those logo threes and stuff, they was doing that back in the day. It wasn't translating in the game, like you said, because of the physical aspect. You go to practice, these dudes wasn't missing.
And even Larry Bird, he didn't really shoot a whole lot of threes. And that's a shooting somebody.
Right. And my uncle said, like, man, I would love to see Steph shoot like that after him getting, you know what I mean, like a forearm to the chest
Yeah.
a couple times and got to get up and still, you know what I mean? I was like, well, on today's game, you'll never see.
Yeah.
Right.
Even like
all this going down the lane.
Man.
You are doing that.
Yeah, because I mean that's just like being in a boxing match. Like somebody, you know, if they know you got wind early in the fight, they're gonna be hitting you in your ribs. And same thing in basketball, you're gonna take a few lumps. And if you got some legs at the end of a basketball game to get off a jumper, like even an open jumper, if you can hit an open jumper after somebody done beat you up for 3/4, you're a bad man. You're a bad man. But you know,
and going back to that boxing analogy, Joe Frazier said he used to hit Ali in his hips. So he couldn't move. You know what I mean? He said he had to hit him in his hips.
Yeah.
You know
and that's how the NBA was. You know, dudes will beat you up all game. And in a 4-game series, man, the Lakers and the Pistons was going at it for 4 games. Man,
And you can't trick.
You wanted
gotta
it.
just execute.
You
can't, there's nothing you're gonna do that they haven't seen,
Nope.
that they haven't prepared for.
You just got to fight through it.
Exactly.
You got to fight. And that's what Chicago learned from Detroit, you know. And Boston had the same thing. You know what I mean? You had to fight through those championships.
But with the way as constructed now, rule change and everything, Steph Curry's transcended. So it's a good chance that Caitlin can transcend because she takes those logo threes. Now I'm gonna ask you guys a question, one quick question. How do you stop a person
like
from taking them logo threes?
Pick up. I think you pick up full court.
That's at least 3/4.
You got to try to
at least 3/4.
Right.
Well, and see, that's what Jason Kidd said he did against Kobe. He was the only person who did that against Kobe. He picked up Kobe full court. And for somebody like Caitlin or somebody, and you don't see nobody do that with Steph Curry.
No.
You don't see nobody do that, but
let me say this. It only works, full court only works with somebody who's not good off the ball. You know what I mean? Because if you pick me up full court, I just hand it off and then I go to my spot and get it. You know what I'm saying? Now I got it in my spot. Now 1 bounce, 2 bounce, you know what I mean? Shot. You know what I'm saying? But if you're somebody like a Luka who gotta have it to be effective, you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Yeah.
She coming down shooting logos.
Yeah, but I would say you had to pick her up like at least 3/4. I wouldn't pick her up at full court though, because that's a lot of.
How does she move without the ball?
She moved good without the ball. She exceptional without the ball.
She always got the ball.
Listen, if you want to pick up like that, you got to put somebody up there. You ain't relying no offense on.
Right. Yeah.
They got to be just dedicated.
Checking out, legs out.
Right.
You ain't gonna have nothing to score with.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. So.
Yeah, and I think LSU threw some bodies at her last year when they played.
And that's why I say you gotta have multiple bodies.
Yeah, they threw some bodies at her.
And
see, you can throw bodies at her because they don't have nobody else to you know, this second and third option is not, you know, somebody who gonna make you stay honest.
Now I said I would never double team, but I would take the ball. I would double team.
Yeah, but they did Steph Curry like that at Davidson.
Make somebody else beat you.
Yeah,
make somebody else.
Yeah, because when Steph Curry was at Davidson, that's all they had, and then they, you know, you double Steph, and then you know take the ball out of his hand, increase his attempts, decrease his attempts.
But the way Steph moved without the ball, you know, it's hard to double team a dude that's moving.
Yeah. It is
to double team a dude that's moving all the time, and that's what I say make him effective. He a catch and shoot guy, but he still can get his ball out. He gets shot off.
He gonna move without the ball.
But he can move without the ball, man. Because they was making a comparison with him and Ray Allen and Reggie Miller and stuff like that. I said, well, y'all don't really remember a young Ray Allen.
Man.
Young Ray Allen just wasn't shooting.
He played above the rim.
Man, young Ray Allen was doing it all.
Yeah, he played above the rim.
He was doing it all, man. Running fast, you dunking on you, playing D.
Yeah.
All that, you know what I mean? Yeah. When he came out of UConn, when he was at UConn, Curry Kittles was at Villanova and Allen Iverson was at Georgetown. Man, they used to battle, man.
Yeah, they were some good.
They used to battle.
Yeah, they were some good games. Yeah. That's all right. That's all I got for the day for the
that's good, right?
That's good. I just think that I don't think Caitlin is going to receive some hate, but I mean that's come with the territory for real. It come with the territory. I think everybody who is up and coming athlete that come with the territory.
And she'll deal with it.
She'll
deal with it. But they gonna put whoever, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but whoever drafts her, you say it's gonna be Indiana for you, but whoever drafts, they gonna give her every opportunity to be what everybody thinks she's going to be.
And I think rightfully so.
Right.
You know what I mean? Rightfully so, because she's shooting them lights out.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to be television viewership, though.
Mm-hmm.
She don't make people tune in.
And see, that's why I say you got to transcend the sport.
That's the thing, man. That's the thing with that, man.
You got to. But
no one is
she
really
come with a following, though. She come with a following, too. So maybe she'll, you know.
Right. Bring them fans with her and, you know, they tune in and things like that.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, man. With that being said, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Go to urbanplatformfashion.com. Check out our merch. We have hoodies. We have long sleeve t-shirts and short sleeve t-shirts. And also, what about the socks? Mike, put the socks up there so we can have people go to the Instagram page so they can check out the socks. If you're interested, y'all can order some socks off the Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, those are the socks that we selling.
Yeah, I like them black.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, man. So
rock them with some shorts.
Right.
Yeah.
Pull your sweats all the way up to your knee.
Yeah. But also go plug the book.
Clayton Reed Jones, Amazon.com, Trauma, My Love Letter to the World.
You know what? I'm gonna put that on the next week. You gotta write it down for me so I can put it on a little ticker tape that go across the bottom.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah.
You gonna make me come back next week.
Indeed. That's right.
Yeah. So I was telling, we did the podcast yesterday. I was like, yeah, my man Clayton gonna be there. Because Clayton, you know, he always be on point with his, you know. I wasn't sure if my man Tump was going, but yeah, y'all always be on point. Yeah. Tump know what he talking about.
Thank you, brother. Right, likewise.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, man.
Good conversation.
Yeah.
Y'all probably forgot the cameras.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Like you say, we can sit back and do this anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
But I mean,
you know what I mean?
like both of these, like Clayton, me and Clayton in school, that's all we used to talk about was sports all day in the back of the class.
That's right.
And then on the job, me and Tump, that's all we talked about was sports, you know. So yeah, man.
It's dope how that energy always finds.
Yeah,
and you're right.
Exactly.
You're right.
You can't just talk. You just can't talk sports with anybody. You know what I mean?
You're right about that.
Like,
a lot of people don't want to listen. A lot of people not knowledgeable. It's only their
especially
point.
If they ain't knowledgeable.
Right. And if they don't agree with you, oh man, no, they ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're right. You can't talk with anybody. That's for sure.
No, yeah.
Oh,
all right, yeah. So yeah, with that being said, man, we're gonna get out of here and tune in every Saturday and Sunday for our live show. And yeah, with that being said, peace out. We'll see y'all next weekend.